I mean, obviously, when you lose a playmaker like Lonzo, it's going to be tough. You know, he's one of the biggest keys to our offense when he's pushing in transition. He's getting up the floor. And with that being said, already missing two of our, probably better playmakers, it definitely puts us in a little hole. But, it's the same thing coaches and everybody always preaches. It's just, next man mentality, next up, and, it's a team game. So
does it get harder to embrace that when you just saw how much you struggled in those first 10 games at LeBron and Rondo, where next man up conceptually makes sense, but just there aren't that many guys?
I wouldn't say it's frustrating. I mean, obviously, you can't never make up for somebody's presence. You just try the best to, kind of put a Band-Aid over it or, put some duct tape on it. I would say that's the kind of best analogy I can give you. So.
I know it was a while ago now, but going back to Christmas and the day after, as LeBron went through his MRI, all that kind of stuff. At the time, did you guys get a sense of just how long he would be out?
Not necessarily. I mean, anytime you have a growing injury, it's kind of pretty serious. All those muscles are really connected, so you can never really rush it. And just looking at people like when Steph had his, he was out for 10, 11 games, regardless. So it's a pretty serious injury.
Did you, I guess, because you didn't know that he'd be out a month or 3 months plus, whatever it is, did you spend some time those first couple weeks kind of wondering when he was coming back, like, and is today the day? Was that hanging over you guys at all?
No, I wouldn't say so. I'm doing that more now.
Yeah.
Well, now with more players out, but no, I wouldn't say as a collective unit we were, panicking or anything. So.
This is harder. It's harder with Lonzo now being out for a while. But do you feel like when LeBron comes back that you know what you have, like you know what this team is and what it can be?
No, not necessarily, because obviously we've all played in different stints this year. Rondo and Bi were out with suspensions, and then Bi gets hurt, and then Rondo gets hurt, Bron gets hurt. Like, we've never really had a full roster yet, and we still got 40-something games left or whatever it is to figure that out when everybody gets healthy. So, you got to be optimistic about that. Not having a whole team and still, there. So.
I know a lot of stuff is going to be kept from teammates, but is there something that Lonzo said in terms of having a message for the guys who can play, or in terms of for you?
No, not really. He's in good spirits right now. He thought it was going to be worse than, what the outcome was, but, it's good that, he'll be back in no time. So.
How does having all of those guys out change the ball on the court?
I'll get more shots. That's the best part. No, I'm just, it doesn't really change. No matter what, I'm always trying to be aggressive. I always say it, I always play my best when I'm, thinking about being aggressive on both sides of the ball. And, for me, it just got to continue to do that.
Do you feel like you have to take on some of those playmaking responsibilities in their absence?
Of course. I've been trying to develop my playmaking all year. So, obviously, having the ball in my hands a little bit more with, less playmakers out, it's going to, enhance me to, do that more, find the open guy, and, just continue to get better. So.
Coach, just with Lonzo's been pretty good defensively for really these last 2 years. So what do you have to do at the other levels with him not on the court to make up for the stuff he does?
Team defense. We have to communicate a lot more. Lonzo is a great defender in this league. He's done a hell of a job the past, like you said, 2 years of, covering up a lot of mistakes, whether that's, getting steals in the passing lanes, picking up 94 feet, staying on, bigger names to, shutting the guys down. It's kind of up to the team to kind of, really, do it collectively. So. Rondo, he's been looking good. He's been practicing, getting on the court, playing a little bit 5-on-5 with guys, and he looks good. He's still not there all the way. Obviously, having 2 surgeries on the same hand in a month span is definitely hard, but we look forward to getting him back soon. So.
Is there a difference in what he can help you guys with, like back to practicing and back to being active?
Yeah, for sure. Since he's been out, he's been just as much as help as he's been on the court, talking, helping guys, watching film with guys, and when he's on the court, he's a natural born leader. He's a guy that we look to because of all his experience and his credibility throughout his entire career. So, whenever he's on the court, it's always a good thing for not only the team but the young guys as well because we look up to him.
Did you watch Warriors Clippers on Friday?
Yeah. I think it was good for them. They have a guy that they can kind of dump it down low. That's another guy on the court that you have to give attention to. You can't just sag off and slouch out on other guys, especially when he's on the court now at that 5 position because he can shoot it. He shot 3 for 4 that game. Really just spreads the floor out more for Curry and KD to make plays off the dribble more. So, it's going to be a good challenge for us tonight.
What was your reaction when the Warriors signed DeMarcus this summer?
My reaction? I don't really have one. I heard that, he didn't really have that many other teams wanting him outside of them and another team. So, obviously, if he's going to sign there, they can't do nothing about it. So, I'm a competitor, so I didn't really get scared or tremble or anything. So.
Last question.
You mentioned something the other night about talking with LeBron about coming or finding other moves to get to your right hand to try to avoid charges and things like that. When did you start implementing those?
As soon as I started getting charges,
Was it the Cavs after the Cavs game?
After Cavs game, that's when it really was like, come on now, you're doing too much. So, after that, just trying to develop my game. Obviously, everybody knows that I'm a right-hand driver, so it's all about having a balance, doing a little bit of both, slowing down, having counter moves, whatever. So.